Hello everyone and welcome along to another edition of the Selangor video preview. We'll be concentrating on the meetings coming up this Saturday and Sunday. It's a double header on the 16th and the 17th of March, and we've got the Course A back in operation. The rail is in the true position for the 2 days of racing. Let's have a look at the Saturday program first of all. My best bet comes up in race 6. Number 4, JB Kaingay. This horse in very good form at the moment. He's aiming for the winning hat-trick. He's coming off 2 wins this preparation. And of course, the horse was formerly known as Quizzy Austin. So the name change has definitely worked wonders there with JB Kaingay. From the yard of Simon Dunderdale, the stable is on fire at the moment with 15 wins so far this season. And S. Razani retains the mount. So that is race 6, number 4, JB Kaingay, as my best bet for the program. Now, from the trials, we'll go to race 5, number 5, Count of Monte Cristo, the 10-year-old former Singapore galloper. He'll be first up for trainer Marcus Tay, and he travelled very strongly in a trial going back to February the 27th. The multiple Group 1 performer in Singapore. He won a couple of Group 2 and Group 3 races as a 3 and 4-year-old, and was placed in a Kranji Mile a few seasons ago. Of course, the Kranji Mile being a Group 1 race. So he's got the form on the board. He's now getting on in years there, Count of Monte Cristo, but worth watching first up for trainer Marcus Tay. That is race 5, number 5. Another horse from the trials is race 6, number 5, a horse with no name. Races under the same ownership as Count of Monte Cristo. Also debuts for trainer Marcus Tay, and looked impressive in winning a trial on the 27th of February. Now, this 5-year-old mare is engaged in the same race as JB Kaingay, so she may be worth one for the trifectas as well. First up since October last year, so we'll see how she fares. That is a horse with no name, race 6, number 5. Has only had the 1 win from 13 starts in Singapore, but I think we'll be winning a race very soon here in Malaysia. Now, we've got a Metro A race on the program. It's a very competitive field, that one. It features 4 Group 1 winners, including the last year's Selangor Gold Cup winner in Pasir Penji. But of course, Trumpy coming off a very impressive win first up here in the country. I think he is the on-top selection too, Trumpy from the Buffalo stable, looking to maintain his unbeaten record here in the country. He came from last, and he got up in time to defeat Cheval Blanc, of course. Cheval Blanc won the Penang Gold Cup at the end of last year. That race was over 1,400 metres going back to the 18th of February. So I think Trumpy can just about go 2 in a row. No doubt Pasir Penji will be the main horse to beat, and looks to be the main danger. Has won 3 from 3 at the track and journey there, Pasir Penji. He does draw wide again, but he's got a pretty good record from wide draws, Pasir Penji. He won from barrier 13 when he took out the Selangor Gold Cup, and he came from barrier 10 for his last start win. So he's racing well. The other horse worth watching, of course, I've mentioned Count of Monte Cristo, a definite trifecta chance, and also San Andreas. Now, he was back in good form last start, recapturing his best form when placed behind Pasir Penji in that respective race. And of course, the Tunku Gold Cup winner is on the Gold Cup trail again, and he'll be going around in the Group 1 feature to take place at Selangor Turf Club next month. So they are my top 4 selections in the Metro A race. That is race number 5. I've gone with number 4, Trumpy on top, from 1, Pasir Penji, 5, Count of Monte Cristo, and to round out the top 4, throw in number 3, San Andreas. Good luck for Saturday. And welcome back. We'll be having a look at the meeting coming up on Sunday the 17th of March, of course, featuring the Chairman's Trophy. The race is worth 80,000 ringgit in stake money. We'll be having a look at that in further detail later on in the program. Now, the rail is back in the true position on Course A. My best bet for the program is coming up in race 6, number 8, Charming Win, which goes around in the Open Maiden. This 3-year-old's had the 4 starts in Malaysia for the 4 minor placings, including placings behind a couple of handy types, including Shimmy Go, and more recently they're behind a stablemate Military Flag. Now, the Jay D'Souza and Simon Dunderdale combination are quite lethal at the moment, striking pretty well, and they'll be combining there with Charming Win, race 6, number 8, as my best bet for the day. Now, from the trials, we'll go to race 2, number 2, Turf Princess. She was a trial winner there going back Tuesday week ago. She'll be first up for just under 2 months. Her last preparation included a 1,400 metre win. That was going back to October last year. And AK Lim's got a pretty good record on the mare. He'll take the ride. He's had 4 rides on Turf Princess for 2 wins. That is race 2, number 2. Race 9, number 2, Scott the Atkins, another horse worth watching first up. A former Singaporean, closed off well in a trial won by Xena going back to the 20th of February. Now this horse was formerly known as Lim Straight, and it had a 3.5 lifespan in Singapore. It only had the 12 starts, however, for 3 wins and 2 minor placings, and will be debuting for the Lawson Moy stable, and it's first up since August of last year. So that is Scott the Atkins in race 9, number 2 as the horse to watch. Now, having a look at the Chairman's Trophy, it's attracted a very handy field, and I think the Walaya Silver Bowl form should be a reliable form guide when assessing the chances of these runners, which is in race 5 on the program over the 1400 metre trip. Now, 4 of the top 5 place getters in the Walaya Silver Bowl, they'll be going around again in the Chairman's Trophy. And I think the bowl winner from last start, Military Flag, can just about do it again, aiming for 4 wins on the bounce, and gets in well at the weights with Simon Dunderdale and Jay D'Souza combining there with this very smart 3-year-old Military Flag. Has definitely got above average potential, and I think can go on with a job and take out the Chairman's Trophy. Now, Misty Swift, who ran 3rd in the Walaya Silver Bowl behind Military Flag last start, will once again carry the top weight, but it's got a pretty good record with the big weights there, Misty Swift. This grade going very well for the Shane Ellis stable. Number 4, which is Ansu. Now, Ansu will be second up and has been freshened up since finishing 4th in the Walaya Silver Bowl last month. It's a very handy type 2 Ansu, and I think it's worth watching there with number 5, Heart of Fire. Now, this horse hasn't started for a couple of months. It's only had the 2 race starts here in the country, of course. At its local debut at Ipoh, it bolted in by 7 lengths on that occasion, and last start pulled hard and over-raced before finishing unplaced. So I think can bounce back. It was a trial winner recently, and it looked impressive at the trials too, Heart of Fire, and is worth watching. So my selections in the Chairman's Trophy, I've gone with number 7 on top, Military Flag, from 1 Misty Swift, 4 Ansu, and also the 5 Heart of Fire. Now, if you can afford to outlay the extra cash for your trifectas, I think Kung Fu Panda is worth watching second up as well. Trialled very well during the week, and of course has been contesting some Group 1 races in the last couple of years, Kung Fu Panda. So throw in the number 3 as well if you can afford it. So good luck with your investments this coming weekend on Saturday and Sunday, including the Chairman's Trophy meeting there on this coming Sunday. So we wish you the very best of luck. The next meeting coming up from Selangor Turf Club will be next Sunday. It's a one-day meeting on the 24th of February. I'll catch you then. Until then, good luck everyone.